Hello and welcome to another edition of the Elsanka Super Show on Amaze TV from our studios in London. I have to start off by offering our sincerest apologies for being off the air for some time due to circumstances well beyond our control. And I also have to apologize for the late start. It's just about 7:15 when we were expecting to start at 7 o'clock. But of course, as we go along, I'm sure you will enjoy the show so much that perhaps you might not even remember that we started late. Our program today features another Sierra Leonean celebrity musician who, I am happy to say, is quite unique in the way he does things. And that is because of the fact that he is one of the very few musicians who have taken the bold step of not using our lingua franca Creole or even the official language English as a vehicle for his music. He's so proud of his culture that he sings in his native language Fula. Some people might think that this is a limiting factor for his audience. But in fact, this is not true because he has gained more people, more fans than many of those people who sing in our lingua franca. He has a few albums to his name. The first is entitled Mariama. We'll hear a bit more about this later on as the program progresses. And right now, I have the pleasure of welcoming my guest in the person of Fulabee. Welcome to our studios and welcome to the Elsanka Super Show.
Thank you very much. I'm honored to be here.
I was going to start off by actually asking you through some kind of ethnicity by welcoming you in our local language, which is Allah Jarama.
Onjarama, Tanala Tong.
Tanala.
Alhamdulillah, Yetirallah.
Okay, right. So now that we've established that, I want us to move on by me asking you whether Fulabee is an alias, and if it is an alias, what exactly is the name behind that, and why did you pick that name?
Well, actually, Fulabee is an alias, and my actual name is Alpha Usman Ba. And I got my Fulabee name from another name which I was using by the name of Amadou Fula, was a popular musician in Guinea-Conakry.
Right.
So I used to mime some of his songs. I started doing like discorama and shows. So I decided to change it to have my own unique symbol as Fulabee. So that's why I changed the name from Amadou Fula to Fulabee.
Well, that's obviously the reason why I thought you were quite unique. And that's a good thing, really, so you can have your own style. And when that happens, people always identify you by something, and it's good for a musician, isn't it? Okay, so the next thing that I want to ask, it is a bold step, honestly, for you to pick a language that is not the most popular in the country. Because Creole, being the lingua franca, is the one most people speak. And if you choose Fula, some people might think that you're limiting your audience. But why exactly did you make that bold step?
Well, I believe music is not about language alone. And music teaches people different things. The reason why I decided to do Fula music, I realized that there is no other person who is doing Fula music in Sierra Leone. So, two of my friends by the name of Manzo Avec Seabold, I was with them when they tried to tell me, you know, Ma, you can do something in your language. So we decided to come out with this song, Mariama. That's the time I started doing a Fula song. I say, you know what? I'm going purely on Fula music. I'm not going to sing in Creole. I can sing in Creole or English, but I'm going for my own native language because I'm a proud Fula. And I want to see my Fula people up there. So I took that step Although it's not it's really difficult for me at the starting. I even have like threat from people telling me all sorts of things. You know, my life was in the line. So I just stood there. I said, no matter what happened, I'm ready to have that sacrifice. So I decided to sing in Fuller.
Well, that's a really very bold step, and I'm very pleased that you actually did that because you've actually formed your own trademark. I also noticed a little connection with Guinea, and can you tell us a little bit about your connection or your performance with great celebrities like Sekuba Bambino?
Yes, and you know the Fuller people came from the Futjalo, as they can say in history. We have families in Guinea, we have families in Senegal, we have family in Mali. So like doing Fuller language is something unique to me. And the reason why I decided to do Fuller, as I say, because I want my people to realize that in Sierra Leone also there is Fuller people there. And I have connection with a lot of celebrities in Guinea, like the one you said, Sekuba Bambino. And I have a performance with him here, and 2 years back or 1 year back, yeah, and in Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah.
So it was a good show actually, and it was a good experience for me. So I find it very interesting to tell people from Guinea that I can do something. We Sierra Leoneans can do something, you know, as Fullers, because sometimes when we go to Guinea, they say we are campman, you know, that they try to differentiate Guinean Fuller and Sierra Leonean Fuller.
But they're all the same.
They are all the
aren't they?
same, yeah.
Yeah. So was that how you introduced yourself to the music scene of this country when you performed with Sekuba Bambino 2 years ago?
Well, actually, people already have known me before, but they haven't seen me performing in this country. So that was my, I think it was my second show since I've been into this country. The first one was in around southeast here. It was the same organization that presented the same program. So they invited me also to perform for them in with Sekuba Bambino.
Well, I have to say that I was present at that event, and I did see you perform, and I was quite impressed. But, of course, that being the first time, I was actually wondering if I could meet you at some stage, and that's where, therefore, I'm quite glad that we've actually been able to make that meeting. Now, let's go to your music. I want us to play the first piece of music, which is Ko Anton. Can you tell us what the background is to that piece of music, please?
Well, Quantum is basically trying to tell your partner she's the only one. Quantum means only you. I feature a Ugandan artist called Yaga. He's based in England here. So we decided to do this song, which is about a love story, trying to please your woman. Let her trust you that she is the only one you love in this world.